Stampers, Sarah here. Welcome back to another video tutorial here at Mrs. Lincoln's Inkin. Today we are going to be making this little bookmark. These have actually been around for a really long time, and I made them a while ago and just never did a video on them. So I thought I would do one today. And what this is, let me grab a book here real fast. It just slips over your book pages like that. And then when you close your book, it's a little bookmark. How cute. Now I see them mainly with them like this, with the little part facing you, but I like the bigger part facing me, because then you have more room to embellish and it looks better, I think. But just my opinion. So this is really simple to actually make. So once we make it, then I'm going to be doing some paper piecing and some decorations. So let's go ahead and get started. First, what you're going to need is a piece of cardstock, and I'm using the baked brown sugar, and this is cut at 4 by 4. Now you need to grab your paper trimmer or scoreboard, whatever you want, and we need to make a little mark right in the middle. So our line right here has to be at 2, and then just make a little notch right here. Just like that, and that's all we need that for. We're going to fold these two corners in at that little notch mark right there. Try making sure that they're even. Push these together. And then really reinforce your sides right there. Grab my bone folder here. And there you go. There's your bookmark. I mean, really doesn't get any simpler than that. Now to keep it closed right here, what I like to do is take a little piece of cardstock, and I just grabbed a piece of Early Espresso. It doesn't have to be the same color. And I'm just going to trim off a little bit here. A thin slice. Doesn't have to even be even, which is perfect for me. And then just going to take and snail this up right here. Like that. You want to press this underneath here and then fold it down, and then you would just slip or snip off the excess right there, just like that. And then there you go. There is your bookmark. So then it would fit right in your book like this. Be a great little gift too for someone that really likes to read. Or perfect. Alright, so now to decorate it real quick. This one I did really simple. This is the Gingham Garden DSP, and I just cut out some strawberry slush punches with my pansy punch, and that was it. With this one, I really like the idea of giving it to a friend, so I'm going to be using the Perfect Blend stamp set, and I'm going to be using the little cup of coffee right there, and then the Coffee and Friends are a Perfect Blend greeting that's in that stamp set as well. So what I want to do is I'm going to take a piece of the Gingham Garden DSP again, and this is actually going to be the base of my cup. So I'm going to take my cup, and I'm going to take some soft suede ink, and I'm just going to ink my cup up. And then put this on my DSP here. Perfect. Now, we just want to cut this out. And I love paper piecing when it's big, large stamps like this. I think that it just adds a lot of dimension to a stamp that ordinarily would be flat. And when you have big stamps like this, it's really easy to cut the different pieces out. So like on this one, we're going to cut the whole base of the cup, like what I'm doing right now. And then we're going to cut the lid in a separate color, and we're going to cut the little area right here in a separate color. Now when you're paper piercing and you're trying to cut out a stamp, it's very important that you move your paper when you come to like a curve or a notch. You don't want to move your scissors. You want to move your hand where your paper's at and keep your scissors in the same spot. And that's going to give you a really nice, even cut. It's not going to make it all jaggy. Alright, so there's our cup. Now I'm going to take a piece of very vanilla cardstock and I'm going to punch one more here on the very vanilla. So another cup. And see, I got a little spot right there and I don't want that. So we're going to try it again. Perfect. There we go. Sometimes with those larger stamps you get that because I press mine down in the ink pad really hard. Okay, so now we're just going to cut out the little message thing right here. Again, following the lines and just moving the paper, not the scissors. Like that. And then we're going to cut out the lid. So it's kind of a card from start to finish today, as if I was just making it myself. The base of the card, or the, the bookmark, you saw it took maybe 10 seconds to make it. So with cards like that, or projects like that, I like to try and do a little bit more decoration than just the average. Okay, so now with that being done, I'm going to take my sponge and my baked brown sugar, and then I'm just going to sponge the edges right here to give it like a, I don't know, a war look. I'm going to do the lid as well. Maybe it's got coffee stains on it, who knows. And then my cup. Alright, perfect. Now I'm going to take the baked brown sugar still, and I'm going to take my little greeting here, and hopefully I get it straight. Fingers crossed. And stamp it right in there. Not bad, not bad. Alright, and then we're just going to adhere this down with dimensionals because I want it to not be totally flush against my bookmark. And put that right there. And then my lid. Just like that. Perfect. And then we would adhere this right here. However, I don't like how it's this big, if you see the difference of this one, because I folded my DSP up right here to give it a different color on the underneath. So with this one, I'm going to fold it up still, just eyeballing it. There's no measurement, I just eyeball. And then trying to get the edges straight. There we go. Bone folder, reinforce. And I'm going to put this down here, stick it down. Then I'm going to take my piece of early espresso that I actually grabbed in the middle of the video here, and I'm going to cut it 3/4 of an inch wide by 4, because that's how long my bookmark is. And then I'm just going to adhere this right to the bottom of my bookmark. And I just ran out of snail. Awesome. And then stick this down like this, just to give it a little bit more look. And I'm going to take this, and I'm going to use dimensionals now because I ran out of snail. And then stick this right on here. Like that. Kind of looks like it's sitting on a table. Alright, well there is our little corner bookmark. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Until next time, happy inking!